Every year, learners taking Cambridge qualifications successfully go on to study at top universities around the world. Cambridge provides high-quality international qualifications to over 9,000 schools in 160 countries. More than 450 institutions across the United States of America recognize Cambridge qualifications and accept Cambridge learners on undergraduate courses on their campus.
Well, MIT finds that the Cambridge qualifications are really excellent preparation for our school. The students who arrive on our campus, having studied the Cambridge program, do extremely well. They've got a good breadth of knowledge, and also they've studied certain subjects in sufficient depth that they have real understanding.
At Penn State, we believe that the Cambridge qualifications are excellent preparation for university study. We appreciate the intellectual rigor of the programs. We appreciate the types of skills it inculcates in the students in critical thinking and writing and the ability to communicate, to work collaboratively. So we're very impressed with the Cambridge students who come to us each year.
Choosing where to study in the USA is a very important decision, and the best time to apply for autumn admissions is from August to January.
When students are considering applying to universities in the United States, including the University of Maryland, they should consider a number of factors. They should consider the location of the university, the size of the university, the areas of study, the disciplines that are available to students, and then also other enrichment opportunities. And the location of universities oftentimes helps to determine the types of enrichment opportunities that may be available to students. So for example, research experiences, internship experiences, and then all of the other outside of the classroom activities.
I just applied to U.S. University because I get the chance to meet people from different cultural backgrounds. It's a very diverse country, and improve my skills and improve my knowledge. I spent about 3 or 4 months filling out my application form. There are a lot of aspects that the admissions officers are looking for.
All U.S. universities require learners to fill out an admissions form. The Common Application Form is just one way to apply.
The Common Application is an application for admission to undergraduate college in the United States that's shared by about 400 colleges. And so when a student, whether from the US or outside the US, applies to university to one of the colleges using the Common Application, they can use the same application to apply to the other colleges as well. There are several parts to the Common Application. There are the parts that the student fills out, and there are the parts that the secondary school fills out. So the school's counselor, for example, the student's counselor writes a letter of recommendation on their behalf. They submit their transcript with all of their courses and grades. Teachers write letters of recommendation, but the student has a part to fill out where they talk about themselves. They write a brief essay about one of several subjects. They tell us what kind of activities, extracurricular or co-curricular activities that they've been involved in. And it's an opportunity for the colleges to see how well a student writes, also how well they think, and also to learn a little bit about themselves.
Some U.S. universities will have different application procedures, so do check your chosen university's website for full details on how to apply.
At MIT, we are looking for students that have some deep interest in science and technology in some way, and also students who are academically very, very strong, and students beyond that who have some level of energy and initiative and real enthusiasm for the subjects that they're studying.
When I think about students coming from other countries applying to U.S. universities, one of the more important things to note is just the timing, paying very close attention to deadlines. Typically students apply in their final year of secondary education, but earlier than they might in applying to other countries for higher education study. Typically early in the fall semesters when application deadlines begin, and so the process starts a little bit sooner. So if students are ready earlier, then they've overcome whatever challenge I believe that may occur.
U.S. universities often require learners to sit an admissions test, either the SAT or the ACT. Check on your chosen university's website to find out the exact testing requirements.
Duke is fairly typical of American universities. We require the SAT or the ACT. Either is sufficient. We also require subject tests, the SAT subject tests. For students that are taking the SAT, they also need to take the SAT subject tests, and there are no exemptions.
MIT, like many other schools, does require certain standardized tests for all students for admission. We require students to take either the SAT or the ACT, or students whose first language is not English can take the test of English as a foreign language as well, the TOEFL. MIT also requires students to take 2 of the SAT subject tests.
Details on how to apply can be found on each university's website under the Admissions or the Future Students section. Some U.S. universities offer scholarships that pay your tuition and living expenses. Competition for scholarships is fierce, and it's important to research what information is needed before applying.
We have a very extensive scholarship program that we give to students, and international students are qualified for this the same as U.S. students are, and so that every single student can afford to attend. And all of our scholarship money is given out based on need.
Also, check your local U.S. Embassy's website for other scholarships which may be available to you from your country. Many U.S. universities and colleges give academic credit and advanced placement to students with Cambridge qualifications.
Cambridge Advanced Qualifications really mirror the introductory sequence in a number of our subjects. So we look at them for credit toward their university degree. A student who has done an AS level will receive the equivalent of a semester's worth of coursework in that subject. Students who have done A levels or principal subjects in pre-U will receive typically 2 semesters worth of work.
For students who have studied the Cambridge Advanced Qualifications, we do award credit for A-level and AS levels. We typically award for each A and AS level anywhere between 3 and 8 credits, which usually is somewhere between 1 and 2 classes for each exam produced.
If English is not your first language, you may be required to take an English language proficiency test. The most common ones required by U.S. universities are Cambridge Advanced English, TOEFL, and IELTS.
Penn State does ask applicants who are not native speakers of English to demonstrate proof of English language proficiency, and they can do that through a variety of methods. If they've taken a GCSE or IGCSE in English language and receive a grade of C or higher, we'll use that as proof of proficiency. If not, we'll look at other tests such as TOEFL or IELTS.
Always check with the university you apply to for their full requirements on English language proficiency.
Many U.S. universities are very familiar with Cambridge qualifications and show some preference for students who've taken rigorous coursework while in secondary school.
The opportunity to get a broad perspective and also to do significant writing and significant research. Those are terrifically valuable skills that American universities are looking for.
I think it's really cool that I get a chance to go to my dream school and begin the next chapter of my life.
For further information on the recognition of Cambridge qualifications, visit our recognitions database. To find out more about university admissions in the USA, contact us.